Alright, my name is Nathan Owens, and I told my friend Jesse I'd make this video for his channel, Card Power Gaming. And I wear 8-0 at the locals with TRICKSTAR, so I'll just go right into the deck profile and I'll explain some of the matchups as afterwards. So for the monster lineup, it's just 3 Candina, the main searcher of the deck, searches spells, trap, monsters, whatever, and burns 200 whenever your opponent activates a spell or trap immediately after they resolve. And the best part about all their effects is they're continuous effects, so you can't ghost over them or anything like that. Next one is everyone's favorite, love to hate it, TRICKSTAR Lycris. Can special from your hand by targeting another TRICKSTAR that's not herself, and burn 200 every time your opponent adds a card to their hand, whether it's a draw, search, anything. And for the last TRICKSTAR monster, we have Lilybell. Lilybell, when it's added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special it. That's a trigger. You can change. You have to reveal it maxi, obviously, but then the continuous effect on her is she can attack direct. And when she does attack direct, it is a trigger effect to add one from the grave, so you can negate that. But like all these can't get striked. All their burn effects. For the monsters, we have, continuing with the 3 Draw and Lockbirds. Ended up doing the Draw and Lockbird combo on 3, maybe 4 people. I run 2 Honest, and then my tech is 2 Herald of Orange Lights. Only use the effect once, and then I also set it once just to not take some damage. I mean, okay, does a lot more better against rogue decks, but at bases it's more getting more meta than it used to be, so these are most likely coming out. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, you have Light Stage, 3 of them. So it adds any monster on activation. Can't ghost over that. Most people would try to. You can ghost over the second effect, which is to lock down a set trap or spell until the end phase, and they have to activate it or send it. And then the burn effect is continuous too on this one to add the 200 damage, so they can't ghost over that either. And then you have another way to get the field, just 3 terraforming. Combo piece, you have 3 Chain Strike. Ended up bumping it to 3, was doing 2, and don't really see it enough in the opening hands. But I mean, this is the FTK opening this and Candina or the field with Lycris. I'm playing the burn version, so I have the 3 Dark Rooms. Turns your standard burn from drawing a card from a 200 to, with the field out, you burn 1,000 every time they draw a card. So I mean, they add 8 cards, they lose. Play 2 Chalices. Didn't really use it. Probably negated 1 Dino-ness thing with it. Used it mostly to not be outstatted by little guys. Like if they tried to run me over by 200, I just negate my own effects just to get over it. I did do 2 Dark Hole, 1 Regeki. You can ask the boy Cash. I seem to have Dark Hole in every opening hand against anyone that it mattered. Against him, I bricked open 2 Dark Holes, an Honest, Draw and Lockbird, and Chain Summoning. But in the long run, it ended up working for me. That's it for the spells. The traps, I have 3 TRICKSTAR Reincarnation. Banish your opponent's entire hand, they draw the same amount, and it's a Monster Reborn. So one game I ended up searching it. My opponent didn't even have a hand. They drew for turn. I banished the 1 card, let them draw 1 more, and I used it just to Monster Reborn a monster during my turn for a game. I mean, the Monster Reborn effect's pretty good on it. Now have, because it is the burn, have 3 Disturbance Strategies. Just shuffle your hand in, draw the same amount. The card that I only got off once. It got popped a lot more than I thought, but I mean, Blazing Mirror Force. I think I ended up getting it to go off on my boy Jesse's Lightsworn deck, he ended up attacking with Omega and like all these different snows, and I just blazing Mirror Forest. And then the last card on the deck was Ring of Destruction. And I think Ring of Destruction I only got off twice, but then again, you don't really see it that much because, like I said, it's an FTK deck, so you usually just end up burning within the first turn. As for the extra deck, it's kind of built for a Wind Witch variant because, I mean, you don't really need an extra deck. And you can ask a lot of people, I would just set this like that, and they just assumed I was playing Wind Witch Invoked until everyone realized what I was playing. But, so there's literally only one card I ever made, but I'll just go through the whole thing. So it had 2 of these, because like I was playtesting different variants of the deck, and I just made the standard extra deck that would cover all variants of it. So if I switch it weekly to try new builds, the extra deck would just be fine. So the 1 Moonlight, 1 Clear Wing, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Cosmic Blader, or Crimson Blader, 1 Stardust, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 101, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Gaga, 1 Firewall Dragon, 1 Decode Docker. Never made any of these. These were all just chilling there. Then 2 TRICKSTAR Holly Angel. Made her like 4 times just to get a little extra burn, and I left her out against, I think it was a Pendulum deck I did, and he ended up kept adding cards and activating cards. I had Candina and Lycris, so they kept burning, and she ended up having 4,000 attack, and my guys can't be destroyed by battle that were pointed to, so it ended up coming in handy there. As for the side deck, 0 side deck. I left all my side deck cards at home, so when I played, it was better hope I just built the deck right. There wasn't really any sides. But I mean, for the matchups, let's see. First went up against True Draco. The end of his first turn, he had 1,000 life points left. And then I just said, all right, I'll pass and you'll lose. And he's like, okay. Game 2, he ended up winning. Game 3, I opened 1 Lycris with Draw and Lockbird and Disturbance and Reincarnation. So I just draw and locked him, and then he scooped. The second match was against Burn. Didn't really do anything to me because, I mean, mine's more consistent than his, and I mean, I can sit there and attack. And the first game, I just remember banishing like all his key cards for his deck off Reincarnation. The second matchup, or the third matchup, was against Spellbooks, which was literally, I won die roll. I said, did my play, said your go, and I said, all right, burn for 8,400. Good game. Second game, he sets up with the blue boy, 2 sets, and I know 1 is Fate. I activate Dark Hole, and I just summon Candina and 3 Lycris with the field, and I just say attack for game. That was third. So fourth matchup was another True Draco? Wait, no. Yeah, another True Draco. No, I only played 3 True Dracos. So the fourth one was, Wind Witch Invoked, which was the brick hand. It's game 1 and 2, but I ended up winning because just being able to burn and having those dark holes in my opening hand. Game 5 was the Lightsworn against Jesse. We ended up going to game 3. Game 1, I went first, game 1, he went first. He opened grass and ended up just going off. Game 2, I win because I burn him. Game 3, we get down to the wire where it's like, I think he ended up with 400, I ended up with like 2,800. And I was like, okay, I'll just end my turn, you'll draw, I win. It's like, yeah. And then in the top cut, I played against Pendulum deck. He adds a lot, so I mean, he ended up burning himself out. I 2-0'd him. Then I played True Draco. Went to game 3. It was really stressful. It was Steven Gutierrez. Game 3, it literally got down to the point where I actually only had my monsters on board burning just 200 each time. He had cleared my room and my field, and I got him down to 400, and I had 2 of these guys on board, and I ended up, well, no, I had 1 of these on board, and I ended up top decking Dark Hole. I had Recarnation Engrave and 1 of these in my hand, so I throw the Dark Hole, summon both these, and I do the attack. He has 400 left, and then I just say, all right, they'll burn for game. And then in top 2, it was against another true Draco. Ended up 2-0-ing him. First game I did the FTK without the draw and lock. I just burned him. Game 2, he sided in a lot of stuff, and he couldn't really see any monsters, and he activated Terraforming to search diagram, and I draw and locked him after I killed his monster because he had the Monarch trap that was like a skill drain, and so I needed it gone, so it ended up dying. And then from that point on, I was just sitting there poking with monsters, and he wasn't able to draw into anything, and that was the matchup. And I mean, you guys could take this deck and use it to build your own, but like I said, I have different variants of it I'm testing out. This was just the easy burn one. I'm going to try a more aggressive one next week, so we'll see how that one works out. Alright, see you out later.